Here's the script file with the instructions that we wrote in the last video, just some basic arithmetic. Now in all of these cases, as you see, we submit that command to R and it gives us the answer straight away. Now, in many cases, we would like R to not just give us the answer, but to remember it so we can use it later, so we can easily use it later. Let's give us some space in the console. I just pressed enter a few times. Now, instead of just writing 4 minus 20, let's save the answer to 4 minus 20 into an object. Let's call that object x1. And we write this less than and minus sign together. And this looks like an arrow, right? And it's an arrow pointing from 4 minus 20 to x minus 1. So this reads as, please assign the answer of 4 minus 20 to an object called x minus 1. Sorry, x1. Object called x1. We could have called this anything we like. We could have called it, I don't know, x-ray 1. But for brevity, let's stick with x1. Now, when we run this, I'm pressing Command Enter to run it, we see nothing has appeared in the console. There's no answer that's appeared in the console. It's just the prompt again. And so here kind of no news is good news. We can see in this RStudio environment window that a variable called x1 and its value have appeared, but actually we're not so interested in that now, so let's get rid of that so you're not distracted. So if we now type x1 in the script and submit that to the console, I could press Command Enter. I'm just going to click on Run. Here we get the answer, minus 16. So this is kind of like saying x1 contains minus 16. Let's make an x2. So x2 gets, if you like, is assigned, I don't know, 7. Run that. No news is good news. If we type x2, submit that to the console, it's 7. Brilliant. Now what we can do is do mathematical operations on x1 and x2. For example, x1 multiplied by x2. Let's submit that to the console. What do you think it's going to be? Minus 112. It is minus 16 times 7, which is minus 112. We're going to stop doing simple mathematical operations like that. We'll get enough practice at them in the subsequent lessons. So instead of asking a question that's just got one answer, let's ask a question that's got multiple answers. 1:10 typed into the script, submitted to the console, gives the answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's because the colon is short for please give me all of the whole numbers from 1 to 10. And the answer comes straight out in the console. Let's do what we did before and assign the answer to an object. So please assign the answer to an object called x3 and the answer of 1 through 10. Let's run that. We see no news is good news. Type in the console. It's fine to type into the console sometimes, just when we want to see what an object contains. So x3 contains the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's make another object, x4. And let's make that contain 11 through 20. Let's have a look at x4 in the console. There, 11 through 20 as expected. And now let's do x3 plus x4. So we can do mathematical operations on these lists of numbers. And here we get 12, 14, 16, 18 and so on. So 12 equals 1 plus 11, 2 plus 12 is 14, 3 plus 13 is 16, and so on. And there's other mathematical operations we can do. For example, we could take the log of x3. Oops. We submit it, and there are the logs of x3. And you might note that this must be the natural log. I need to do log 10 to do log to base 10 of x3. So log without any number is equivalent to what you might usually understand as ln x3, except R doesn't recognize ln. Here's an error message, our first error message, could not find function ln, it doesn't recognize ln, it only recognizes log as the natural log. So we can do logs, and it does all of the questions simultaneously. It does log of 12, log of 14, log of 16, log of 18, and so on and so on. At least if we do log 10 of x4. So we can do those logs.